Let's see the greatest car ever built. No one bought.
Welcome back to Idealist. Today we are covering the greatest cars ever built that no one bought. Ideal cars, unlike the Aztec. And first on this list is the Lexus LFA. Power, prestige, and the eye-watering price tag.
Yeah,
from a company that has never built a supercar before. Well, unless you consider the 2000 GT a supercar, the LFA is the halo car that showed the world what Lexus and Yamaha could create with their relentless pursuit of perfection.
Yamaha is great.
The outside looks like it was chiseled by Michelangelo, stabilized with an in-house carbon fiber reinforced plastic monocoque chassis. The engine is so good. It's like they stole Martha Stewart's favorite recipe for Snoop and then added a handful of Carolina Reapers.
That's really hot.
The secret sauce is the 553 horsepower, 4.8 liter V10 that revved so quickly it needed a digital rev counter to keep up. It sounds like a freaking F1 car, except more refined and tuned by an audio engineer, which, yes, Yamaha did fine-tune the perfect pitch. This revolutionary new car from Toyota was in a class of none, priced at $375,000.
So much money though.
In 2012. Unfortunately, for a third of the price, you could get cars like the Audi R8 V10 and the R35 GTR, which would overshadow the LFA's performance figures. The Lexus LFA was a sales failure, and most of the 500 built sat in dealer showrooms for years. But it was a smart investment for the people that did buy them, because now they're in hands for $800K plus.
If I had the money, I would buy
This
one.
experiment created hype and developed new technology and styling language to flow across the brand, which you can see in their design language even today. McLaren F1.
Come on, these are $1 million cars.
Bugatti's Veyron came along with its 16-cylinder, 4 turbos, and quad digits of horsepower. The OG McLaren F1 reigned as the fastest car in the world for a decade, with a top speed of 240 miles per hour in 1992. Who are you kidding? Now, if you were to take a masterclass on car building, you'd want to take it from this guy,
Gordon Murray.
He penned the groundbreaking design, tech, and record-dominating performance that McLaren's first halo car would become. From the sidewalk, you'll see unforgettable classic supercar proportions, using lightweight materials like carbon and titanium to enhance its futuristic and exotic presence. Pop the ultra-cool gull-wing doors, and you're greeted with, what? Yeah, 3 seats. The F1 featured a central driving position flanked by 2 passenger seats. This layout was designed to provide the driver with optimal visibility and control, and allow 2 passengers to ride along for the ultimate thrill ride, which was easily achieved thanks to a 627 horsepower V12 that needed literal gold plating in the engine bay to keep the heat down. Yeah, sounds cheap. Well, considering it was the first production car to break the 7 figures MSRP, cheap it was not. You could buy a Ferrari F50 or a Lamborghini Diablo SV or even a Porsche 959 for way less. And with the difference, buy a few of the next ideal car on this list. Now, McLaren set out to build 300 F1s, but could only muster up 106. Yes, a failed masterclass by Gordon, but a huge win for the small world of supercars. And let me tell you, investors agree. That original $1 million price tag now looks cheap, as one just sold for 20 mil. Ford Focus RS.
Ford Focus RS?
Ford's focus was set directly on the gap left by the incoming bloated Subaru WRX STI and the death of the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. Their weapon, the RS, a rally car for the road, inspired by Gymkhana superstar Ken Block. R.I.P., man. It was a hot hatch stuffed with a turbocharged 2.3-liter inline-4 power plant, a trick differential system, launch control, drift mode, and a ton of hype from the media and fans alike. So, what killed the RS?
The price tag.
Gasket issues? Well, maybe, but not so much. It was shady dealer practices. Yes, they are the norm today. We're all used to them, but back in 2016, it was unheard of. Because this was a Ford performance product, dealers really felt like they had some sort of leverage to extract market correction fees, often upcharging tens, thousands of dollars for these high demand units. Even
That's so
weirder
stupid.
yet was the way that dealers gave little consideration to younger drivers, nearly always denying test drives without signing purchase paperwork first. Soft sales at launch, well, they just never got better, and Ford killed the project just a couple of years later. Nowadays, they're one of the best cars to buy to make money while enjoying using
Bro, like a hot hatchback is a hot hatchback. Why would you buy this when you can buy a Golf GTI for a whole lot less, probably in America? You know, like, why would you spend, like, if it's priced like 40,000 K, then like a Golf GTI is so much cheaper and even better, probably. Like, I would love this car, but like, you know, here in the Netherlands they are expensive. Like for the last gen model, I've seen some go for like 10K and stuff like this, but like you can get a Golf R for those kind of prices, you know, and a newer version at that.
the ideal car buying strategies.
A hot hatch
Link
should
right
be
up here.
cheap.
So if you want to learn more, check out our free
Nothing is
workshop.
cheap these days, but
Great.
it should have been those
Great.
days.
And it's such a shame because a big manufacturer like Ford releases one of the coolest hot hatches on the planet in the history of, well, ever, and it gets absolutely eaten alive by a swarm of greedy salesmen. Not a good look, Ford, or dealerships. Do away with them. Dodge Viper.
There's like eight generations.
Final gen Viper.
Eight
Modern
generations
brands
of
that
those
pay
cars.
tribute to the car's muscular and aggressive heritage. Pop the reverse opening hood and you're greeted with the Snake's Bite, an impressive 8.4 liter V10 with 640 horses on deck. It is a special car that Trav would say,
represents the best of American performance and design.
and yet Dodge couldn't dodge the killer bite this Snake would deliver. It came at a time when cars like the top-of-the-line C6 ZR1 with similar performance wrapped in a more approachable, easier-to-live-with package were on the market, which, yes, the ZR1 cost $100K, but so did the base Viper. So, which one do you choose?
You buy a Viper for its standout V10 and sinister attitude. It's
Yeah, I would buy a Viper
And
way
with
before
Viper, you
a
don't just
Corvette.
blend in like you do with Corvette, going through a midlife crisis wearing your white New Balances.
True, but the nail in the coffin was the introduction of the Hellcat. It was the new kid on the block, or new kitten on the block, and it stole what little sizzle the Viper still had. The outgoing ACR model was the swan song for Petey the Snake, when the Dodge brothers secretly broke 13 track records all over the USA. Because, well, that's exactly what you do when you're failing at sales, right? Well, the Viper factory closed its doors in 2017, but fortunately, there's rumors that a new Viper is on the horizon. Unfortunately, if it happens, it's
Electric.
gonna be electric. And that Snake don't bite the same. Acura NSX.
Yeah, that was just an hell of a
OG
car, bro.
Honda NSX was the first everyday supercar, known for its great looks, reliable drivetrain, and elevated comfort. The second gen followed in its footsteps. Its sleek, low-slung profile, wedge-shaped front end, and aggressive styling give it a distinct and sporty look that is instantly recognizable. And midship lies a trick hybrid electric V6 twin-turbo combo, good for 570 horse. It's essentially this baby Porsche 918, something extremely rare in its segment. Sounds like a full package, doesn't it? So, let me ask you a question. You could buy a 911 Turbo, an Audi R8, a Nissan GT-R, or an Acura NSX for the exact same price. How many of you are actually buying the Acura? Me.
Nope.
Me.
No.
Me. Yeah, exactly.
The
It's one of
OG,
the
yes,
greatest
that one,
supercars
no.
Japan has ever produced. That no one bought. Where they missed the mark was, well, by pricing it at 160K. Or if it would have been closer to 100K MSRP, it would have done really well. Which, luckily, you can now pick a lightly used example for just over 100.
I don't like the styling of that car anyway, so like, give me the Porsche.
Deal. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and go check out this idea.
Just give me the Porsche, bro. For that price, give me a Bentley Continental GT. Those cars are so cheap. I would, if I had money in America, I would buy a Bentley, bro. I know maintenance and stuff is always expensive on expensive cars, but like you're whipping in a Bentley. That's the offset. That's the price. That's what you do. luxury and fast, you know, having that W12 just scurrying away. Peace.